Hi, it's Monday evening. I didn't make a video outside, like showing the skyline as I should, but the sun did come out in the afternoon, and I wanted to enjoy myself and getting a bit of sun, and I was sunbathing, right? So you can't blame me. I'm not going to waste my time making a video when the only chance to get some sun, I had to get it. You know what I mean? I had to get the sun, had to get the vitamin D. Yeah, because it's gonna be back to overcast. So anyway, wild temperature swings. That's the norm. Where the morning, overnight it's like 14 degrees, right? And morning 18, and suddenly, at noon to 3 p.m., despite it being overcast with the chemical smog, my electronic thermometer in the shade, if there was a shade, because there's no direct sunlight. I put it in a place which would be in the shade if it was sunny, and the temperature reached 30 degrees, right? They are cooking us in a goddamn pressure cooker, yeah, with these fucking chemtrails, and it's really doing my head in. It's giving me migraines again. And so anyway, past 3 p.m. the smog moved off, and there was clear blue skies, blue as you've ever seen it, and the beautiful sun. And I just sunbathed. I just stayed out for hours. I was out there in the sun with my shirt off. And then when I finally came in, I walked in just as the news was on. All right, well, I don't normally watch the news. And I heard absolute nonsense on the news. The local news team, ITV Meridian, talking absolute shite. Yeah, you've got some, I don't know, some Indian woman, I don't know, she's not attractive. I don't know her name. You've got Fred Dinage. If you know who he is, he's been on TV since basically TV began. All right, and he looks like he hasn't aged, so I don't know what's up with him. Yeah, he's probably up to no good, drinking children's blood and eating fetuses, because how can he not look any different in decades, right? And then then today for the weather, you had some dolly, right, just reading lines from a script they give her, because she certainly can't tell what the weather's going to be. She's no meteorologist, she's just a dolly, right? And what she said was absolutely ridiculous. Like, she said, today was just an anomaly. Anomaly. It doesn't normally get this hot in June. She's just talking from a script. Reading from a script. Absolute bullshit. And what did she said? It's an anomaly. It's another freak day, just like in April. It was April... later part of April, I can't remember the date now. We had a 2-day heat wave where it was, as hot as India for 2 days. And they were calling that an anomaly again. Right, it's absolute nonsense. We're having, whenever we have a nice hot day like it should be, it's simply because all the chemtrail bullshit smog has moved off, and it's I mean, honestly, it's not an anomaly. The anomaly is man, or well, evil bastards, basically spraying the skies almost every day. That's the anomaly, but they don't mention that. And anyway, the silly dolly, she said, well, don't worry, by Wednesday, the temperatures will be returning to what is typical in June. And then she started quoting 18 degrees. That's ridiculous. And she was saying, like, that's normal. She was quoting 18-degree normal. No, this was a joke. It's summer, for God's sake. And she said, don't worry if you think that's a little low. The second half of June's temperatures will raise the average. I mean, no, they won't, because you'll just be fucking covering the sky again, you bastards. Just talking absolute shit. Okay, so you've got a hot. Usually I think the chap who does the weather is some ginger prick, right? He looks like he's the brother of Tim Peake, the fake astronaut who didn't. No one goes into space on any space station. You just fucking fake it in your studio in London, don't you? That's the European space shuttle or whatever station or whatever nonsense. It's not in space. There's no space. You're doing it in a studio, you liars. Yeah? Shame on you. Yeah? You bet you're real proud of yourself just lying to everyone, huh? Anyway, you're not someone anyway. You're dead. You're just a puppet of Satan. The old puppets of the fucking Jesuits. Yeah, those fucking whores of Babylons, those faggots wearing their dresses. Which reminds me that the other news article, they vaccinated children in Brighton for hepatitis A. Well, against the hepatitis A. Well, maybe I'm right. Maybe I should say they for hepatitis A. It was they've probably contracted it from the vaccination, along with the heavy metals and like mercury, which will, shorten their lifespan, and probably give them autism or some other problems. Some other neurological problem from the toxins. Yeah. So anyway, they used in Brighton of all places hepatitis A. It's because all the faggots are bumming each other, spreading fucking all the different kinds of heps around, and they used that as an excuse to vaccinate children. It's utterly ridiculous, and the parents so stupid they just all go along with it. People are just thick as pig shit these days. They can't think for themselves anyway. And the other news article, what did we have? We had some obesity expert. Can you imagine there's such a thing, an obesity expert, some doctor, right? Yeah, he's getting paid probably 6 figures. Yeah, to be an expert on obesity is a joke. Just stop. Honestly, you don't need a fucking expert. You just need someone to say stop eating so much and walk around a bit, move around a bit. That's what you need. But yeah, to be real again, all the food is tainted though, with additives and fructose. So yeah, it does make you bulk on a load of fat. So yeah, but because after all, they don't want people thinking and self-reflecting. They want you running around trying to fucking keep the fat off. Yeah, going down the gym. They want you busy, busy, busy on the treadmill all the time, so you have no time to think about all the lies. Yeah, so anyway, the obesity expert said already 10 years have been knocked off the life expectancy of younger generations. And then he went on to say he actually slipped up and said what we have to look forward to, and then he went back on himself and said, oh, maybe that's not the wrong choice of words. Yeah, and he said and then he turned and said, in the future, by 2050, the lifespan from obesity will be lowered even more. So they're trying to pin all the things which are killing us on obesity, right? So they want to say it's your fault. You're a fat cunt, and you're not running around. You're not at the gym. It's your fault. Your health problems are your fault. That's what they want to say, yeah. Okay, even though like athletes, like or like footballers, right? Suddenly dying at 25. That's in the news every now and then, or every time there's soldiers which they force them into forced march, or like some cross country across some hills in Wales or something, right? You're having soldiers dropping dead, right? It's because their bodies are already pushed to the limit, right? Their bodies are already trying to recover from being pushed fitness levels, right? They're being pushed, and their body, that plus toxins from chemtrails and everything else, right? Their body just can't handle it. It's just suddenly they're going into toxic shock, and what does the doctor say? Oh, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's heat stroke. Oh, this is sudden death syndrome. They're all afraid to call it what it is. Toxic shock, right? The immune system just shutting down, and the heart just cutting out because we're poisoned, right? And if you strain yourself too much, right, your body won't be able to cope with these toxins, and yeah, you too will die. So I don't know about you, but I've bought myself a distiller. So I'm going to try drinking distilled water in the evenings to try and leach out the poisons, right? All the toxins. I don't know if it'll help, but I've got to try. And with that, I'll just end it there because it's approaching 10 minutes long now, and that's really long. So yeah, blue skies tomorrow apparently, but when they say that, it means the fleets, the chemtrail plane fleets will be out, right? Oh yeah, and the dolly on the weather, she said, but yeah, she did say by Wednesday we will be returning to what is typical for June, and she quoted 18 degrees. right? And they say this with a straight face, yeah, and the whole news team there, that Indian woman and Fred, yeah, the God, for God's sake, he looks like a ancient mummy, right? They're all smiling, yeah, ha ha ha. Goodbye everyone, ha ha ha. Here's the thanks for watching the news, ha ha. Yeah, we're not sellouts, ha ha ha. Bye bye. Yeah, okay, see ya. It's ridiculous.